I'm just gonna shut up because what the fuck?
Yo. Imagine waking up to that.
And that's the end of the movie, right there. All right, that was Lord of the Ring.
All right, 200 subs.
Cheers to 200 subs. My friends. Not sponsored.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Cam. This is Zay, and today we are watching Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition. Now, before we get into this, I want to give you guys a quick rundown because I think it's important to let you guys know this. So, Zay has seen this entire trilogy. And by the way, we do plan on going through each of these movies, and they should release like this one will be today, the next one will be the next Wednesday, and then every Wednesday we're going to be uploading movies starting with the Lord of the Ring trilogy. So Zay has seen these movies, but he says he doesn't really remember anything.
Not a damn thing. And I promise you, like, not a damn. When I remember two characters' names, but anyway, continue.
I have seen Fellowship of the Ring, but I have not seen Return of the King and the Two Towers. I have not seen either of those two movies at all. With that being said, neither of us have seen any of the extended editions. Obviously not me, because I haven't seen the other two movies. And not Zay, because he hasn't seen any of the movies extended edition. He's only seen the regular versions of each movie. And I've seen Fellowship of the Ring, but I haven't seen the extended edition. So with that being said, we both have seen Fellowship of the Ring. Neither of us have seen extended edition. And then going forward, none of us have seen the extended edition. Neither of us have seen the extended editions for the next two movies. Me at all. Him, he's seen the theatrical versions. So with that being said, if you guys like what you're watching, leave a like down below. It would be greatly appreciated. We have a goal to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you guys want to hit that subscribe button, if you enjoy what you're watching, it would be greatly appreciated. It would mean a lot if you guys show that kind of support. You can hit that bell notification, be notified the next time we upload a new video. And also, you can check out our full-length reaction to this on Patreon right now. If you want to head on over there, you can also see our full-length reaction to many other things that we are reacting to, like Game of Thrones, Mandalorian. We got Moon Knight episodes on there. And if you become an exclusive, if you become the highest tier, which is our Bonbon tier, you will get access to exclusive content as well. We are considering what movies we're going to be reacting to for the exclusive content. But before that'll be exclusive. So you guys will find out when you're over there if anything's up. If not, it will be pretty soon. Zay, is there anything you want to say before we get into this?
Yeah, actually, Cam, take your headset off just because I'm going to say the two characters I know.
All right, yeah. So what we're going to do is real quick, Zay is going to say whatever he knows or remembers from these movies. And then I'm going to say what I am aware of due to pop culture and just growing up, and these movies have been around for a while. So there are some things I'm aware of, and I'll bring that up to you guys right after Zay's done. So here we go.
I know the Eye of Sauron. I know the Eye of Sauron, and I know who Gollum is. That's about it. I just know Gollum because he's a little freaking troll that wants the ring. And Sam. That yeah. So anyway, that's about it. Also, these are fire. Anyway,
I'm good.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to say the things that I'm aware of, just so you guys are aware. Okay, number one, I know that there's a Gandalf the White, and he's a revived version of Gandalf the Grey. I know that there's a line called "And Rohan shall answer," and then a bunch of people come in during a war or something. I don't know the full context of the situation, but I am aware of those two things. Also, I'm aware of everything that happens in the Fellowship of the Ring because I did see that somewhat recently, maybe like 6 or 7 months ago. I saw it, but again, not the extended edition. So that's pretty much all I know and all I am aware of that I can think of. So, all right. Oh, I do know that there's a scene where somebody kicks a helmet and it actually happens. All right, Zay.
Oh, okay.
You're good. With that being said, let's get into it. Lord of the Rings.
The title.
One ring to rule them all. One by one, the free lands of Middle-earth fell to the power of the ring. But there were some who resisted. A last alliance.
Hey, Bobby, you want to go fight this guy? I don't know about that.
I'm like, man, I got chores. That's such a cool shot. Like a giant, like the armies in GOT have been big, but like this is big. Like these are like full blown militaries. He's that big?
Damn! Yo, he's straight up yeeting like
Groups.
tens of men, like with one swing. Jeez.
Like dominoes.
Straight up Lion King bowing style, they fell. I definitely remember this guy.
Yeah, that's one of the people I mentioned in my thing. It's like everyone knows this guy.
Yeah.
You're late.
Cool music.
Mm-hmm.
A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
I'm gonna say
I'm
that.
gonna start
from now
using
on.
that.
Absolutely.
Both of us.
I never want to hear someone tell me I'm late again.
I'm not late. I arrive when I'm supposed to.
You were supposed to be here for court at 9 a.m. It is 3 p.m. I arrived when I was supposed to. You're going to prison. What?
So peaceful.
I know the serenity and like the shot is just crazy. It looks great. That horse is like, dude, fuck this scene, bro. Please.
He's starting to learn what cut in action means. He's like, I know that word now. Don't say it again.
Old Toby, the finest weed in the South Valley.
Weed?
Is that what he just said?
The finest. He said the finest weed, but I'm assuming not like marijuana weed is what they're talking about.
Nah, that's canon.
Although they're doing
Oh
fucking,
my gosh.
they're doing
yo.
smoke tricks right now.
That's a flex, bro. A ship? I couldn't do a ship.
I don't think a human being on Earth can. If you know someone that can blow a ship out of smoke, tell them they need to come out. We need to do a special, not a reaction video to them doing it. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Full length reaction to them blowing a fucking ship
Supposed to stick it
from inside a tent. Do you have a 0 brain cells?
That was a small brain move.
That's a sick ass firework, though.
That's dope. Oh, it's coming back.
Oh, it burns everybody. Yeah.
Calls for 1,000 years.
Bro, if we ever get to that level of humanity where we
fireworks?
can make things like that,
I don't feel feel like parting with it. It's mine. I found it. It came to me.
There's no need to get angry.
Well, if I'm angry, it's your fault.
Whoa.
Sounds like David.
Yeah, it does. David is Isaiah's alternate personality.
You want it for yourself.
Never, Baggins! Do not take me for some conjurer of cheap tricks. I am not trying to rob you.
All right.
All right. Disappears. Just tries to run. You hear him try to scamper away, just grabs him by his shirt. It's just like, stop it. I'm impressed.
Nice.
I didn't think he was going to do it. Didn't think he had it in him. That kind of made me jump a little bit. I was not expecting that.
He's left you bag end. Along with all his possessions. The ring is yours now.
Then why did you seal it in an envelope?
I like that's all he fucking left me.
I'd be more mad that it's like someone's like, I got you an Xbox, and it's like it's out of the packaging, and then they go and put it in the box and then seal it, and you're like, so why did it's already opened?
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
For your birthday, we got you a car. Oh my god, I love it. All right. Drives it to the dealership. Go pick it up. Well, why would you return it to a state I can't use it? What's the point?
Is it secret? Is it safe?
What are you doing?
Hold out your hand, Frodo. It's quite
Nah, dude, that's fucking steaming hot.
Put it in your hand, boy.
His orcs are multiplied. His fortress of Barad-dûr is rebuilt in the land of Mordor. Sauron needs only this ring.
So
Cover all the lands of a second darkness.
makes sense what I said before. When he chopped his fingers off, it was more like his life force was bound to the ring. So he kind of disappeared, but he's still there technically in spirit, I guess, throughout the ring.
Right.
It's quite a pickle.
And the Dark Lord,
Not a pickle. It's not Rick.
he must never find it.
All right.
That was my joke. How dare
It
you?
belongs to me now.
Until I find a chance to take it back.
We do not know who else may be watching.
The hour is later than you think.
Sauron's forces are already.
I see you.
The Nine have left Minas Morgul.
The Nine.
They crossed the River Eisen on Midsummer's Eve, disguised as riders in black.
They've reached the Shire.
They will find the ring.
We're not going to run past that like you didn't just say that joke. I heard that. Everyone did. Oh, well, I guess you're fucked. He doesn't want you to leave. And he's got crazy eyes. Here's my... He did it to the first one. You thought he wasn't going to do it to the other three.
The will of Sauron. There are none who can.
Is he?
Against the power of Mordor, there can be no victory.
Is he?
We must join with him, Gandalf.
Ah, he is.
No.
Insane.
You better
He's
hit
str- I
his
think-
life alert.
I think he's stronger than... I think Solomon's stronger than him, though, because he's like the leader, right?
Damn, that's cool how they did all that.
Now he's got two.
Uh-oh.
Gave you the chance of aiding me willingly.
That's fucked up, bro.
Damn, bro.
He hit him real dirty. Son had him spin on his head like a break dancer. That was crazy. Yo. I'm just gonna shut up because what the fuck?
Yo. Imagine waking up to that.
And that's the end of the movie, right there. All right, that was Lord of the Ring. So they're clearly rolling with someone that's very smart and aware.
One by one, falling into darkness. Now they are slaves to his will.
Well, damn.
They are the Nazgûl. Ring
Yes.
neither living nor dead.
Nazgûl ring race.
They will never stop hunting you.
That makes sense.
Kind of took a shot at man, just in general. They're like that because that was the 9 men that received it. Because there was like 3 given to the elves, 4 were given to
Right.
somewhere else, and then 9 were given, which I thought was odd for 9 of the men to get it. I was like, why not just even it out amongst everybody? You gave the most pure people 3 rings. The fucking elves, the wisest. Like, okay.
Look fairer. Feel fouler.
It's foul enough.
We have no choice but to trust him.
But dude, they are just impending doom. And they kind of precursed it.
Did you hear that? Rivendell.
House Iron. When he went invisible, we saw them like
Well, I was
riding.
wondering. Yeah, I was wondering. I was like, okay, well, like, who's commanding them? But when he said they're drawn, the 9 are drawn
the ring.
to the ring. I'm like, okay, so they're just they're like they have a desire to like release it or
Because
get it or
they're
something.
bound to Sauron loyally wise, and then they're also drawn to the ring because that's linked to his life power. So it's like they need to get it so they can bring it back. So he can
I
become...
imagine they're like influenced as well, though. Like I imagine they were more like turned.
They're like
through
and they're like,
Sauron's will,
and now they're like tracking. They're just like trackers.
Yeah.
That's all they are. It's like they have a tracking beacons in them. Their mission's like get the ring.
right?
Because remember, the whole idea is to get it back so he can, I'm assuming, take full form. Because he's
Something
not
like
able
that.
to yet. They just, I know. Ooh. Apple. Oh. Dope.
Bro, not the direction at all that the apple came in from, but all right.
Headshot.
Imagine getting hit by an apple and you're just like,
Gets hit here. Joe, who threw that?
yeah, that's literally what just happened.
What the fuck?
Moria, build me a throne worthy of Mordor.
I'm not sure how the eye works. Is that Sauron, like, or is that like an
I think it's
embodiment
him.
of his will?
I think like,
What does the eye command?
We have work to do.
I imagine that the eye is like his spirit because he can't take full form. So maybe it functions as like his spirit. Maybe, I don't know. I think we'll get more info on it. Maybe it was constructed for him to like, because he was already a spirit connected to the ring. So maybe it allows him to almost like form in a physical sense.
Right.
Here's the thing. The eye can see like anything, basically. Like we've seen it already.
How did Gandalf fly upwards?
Yeah, he flew him upwards, but he never...
Oh.
He never like he didn't show him like landing ever. It just showed him flying into darkness. Oh my god. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
And the gloves, the armor, the sharp ass
I
armor.
would
Like
think it'd be cool to buy like those gloves somewhere though. Like if they sell those, that'd be cool to have. So, like,
I've thought like when I moved out, I thought I was like, if I get like an office like where I can record, I would love to like get like little trinkets and stuff from certain films and movies and shows that we watch to have as my background. eat it. What would happen if he swallowed it? Can't be worn. It was just kind of in there.
When you were a kid and your mom asked you to do the dishes.
Whoa, you can see their faces a little bit. Holy shit.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit.
So, wait, I gotta see the scene one more time.
So did he actually get stabbed?
So I assume because they function on that, like that. Yeah, he did.
I was
Because
gonna say, why didn't he stab him in the heart? But I'm guessing he didn't know where he was exactly, and he just took a swing.
I think it kind of just sensed the presence of it, so it was like I'll stab in the area. Fire seems to be very detrimental.
Yes. He's not using the torch as much as he should.
Someone said, "Fucking, I'm out."
Oh, there we go.
In the face, yo.
Now get the fucking torch back or something.
So it's interesting because when he goes in that plane of existence where it seems like he's invisible, I'm wondering if he is functioning on the same level that they are, where they're not living or dead, and it must be like that's where it shifts him to, almost in a sense.
Oh, so you don't think it's just like being invisible? You think he's entering a plane of existence or something?
That is like outside of, because you can hear him, but you can't see him. But he's like, the way he's viewing everything isn't like someone that's functioning on the normal existence.
Either his physical presence is still there because he got stabbed, or their physical presence is also where he went. Does that make his physical presence would still be there because when Bilbo did it, he opened the doors in the fence so he could physically touch things.
So is that like a weird plane where it's like maybe it's not
your consciousness goes there, but your body becomes invisible or something?
So they're living and dead. So they're still able to be seen on the physical plane. So is his like maybe a step up because it's linked to Sauron? Because he's seeing them in like an outline, like clear. Like I can see them.
Oh my gosh, bro, those horses look insane. Get your fucking hand out of my face.
Like a cat. They can't cross water, can they?
This is the second time that they
So that's a major point. They don't want to cross water. They refuse to.
I wonder why, though.
If you want, come and claim him.
Maybe they all throw their swords.
Like, oh.
Oh, okay.
Our horses alive. Oh my fucking god.
Oh wow. Could you imagine watching this back in the day?
Back in the day, this is why people had to been like, "Oh my god, this is insane." Not only is it waves, they move the horses out of the waves. Like, yeah,
that was probably the most badass scene I've seen so far.
Yeah,
we did what we set out to do. The ring will be safe in Rivendell. I am ready to go home.
And that was Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
That's Ned. That's our boy Ned.
I was just gonna say this. I was like, Ned Stark.
I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago.
You've been a long
ring, buddy. Like, what the fuck? How are you staying
alive?
You
deserve a ring. Yeah, you deserve a ring.
Well, no, I mean, if he's alive for 3,000 years, he's got to have something keeping him that old.
No, he's an elf. They age different.
Oh, okay.
Cast it into the fire!
He's like, but look at it.
Your time will come. You will face the same evil, and you will defeat.
She gives me Red Woman vibes.
Mm. Think she's evil?
No, it's just like a woman, man chirping in his ear. It's like, you get what I mean? Like very basic. Like she doesn't seem evil, but it's just like that's just the vibe, that dynamic, I guess I should say, is what I'm getting.
Like my heart.
Was that? Imagine that was her actual heart. Was that? That's cute. That's adorable.
9 companions. So be it.
That's a hell of a squad.
9
Is that not?
companions.
It was 9. It was 9.
He said the title of the movie.
They said
He
Fellowship
said-
of the Ring?
He said, "You 9 companions, you shall be the Fellowship of the Ring."
This will be the death of the hobbits!
Frodo?
Well, shit, man. I don't know. Oh, okay.
Gandalf is like, you son of a bitch. Gandalf's like, let him decide. He's like, pick mountain, pick mountain, pick mountain. Mine's a Moria. I'll pick.
The walls of Moria.
God damn, that's sick.
They call it a mine.
This is no mine.
Seems pretty empty.
Tomb.
None of them noticed these bodies.
That's the thing. They did.
Except
like
for him.
Gandalf did. Gandalf was like
Right.
We should never have come here.
Now get out of here! Get out!
what's in the water?
That is horrifying.
Oh!
Oh, I was gonna say, what the fuck is that gonna do? The effects are so good.
Right.
Behold,
They do very well with the scenery.
realm, dwarf city of
Yeah, like look at this.
That's
This is
that's
amazing.
cool. And immediately I imagine, like, wow, imagine if it was all lit up. Like, that must be insane. Like,
Yeah.
torches everywhere. Like, holy fuck.
Wow.
They are coming.
Yo, who brought these fuckers along, yo? Seriously, what have they done that was beneficial?
Just
One
made the
thing,
most.
just name one thing.
They just made the most noise ever. That's it. He looks like he's ready to slap the shit out of it. He's like, you fucking asshole.
They have a cave troll.
A cave troll?
Why is his sword blue?
Because orcs are nearby.
Oh, is that what they said? It would glow when orcs are nearby?
And that's what that once his name pulled out the arrow in the beginning, said goblins, but I think he meant to, I guess maybe goblins, orcs maybe are same type of species, or maybe they're really closely related.
That's fucking ugly.
Oh,
That's pretty damn ugly too.
That's the cave troll. Friendly fire. Fuck. Bro, he's
That's gotta
gotten
be painful.
stabbed so many fucking times. He's just trying. Now you get this pig-faced motherfucker snorting at. Oh, now you want to man up after he's already gotten diced.
Hey, at least they're doing something.
They're
that thing gave that hobbit mercy by not just fucking destroying it.
Right?
You ever see the Goonies? Well, need I say more? I think I'm good.
Oh, he survived because of the freaking mail.
Mithril.
Man, y'all look like you're going slow down these stairs. I'd be cooking down them shits.
Yeah.
2 stairs at a time, minimum. Imagine being that much of a prick of an enemy. Screamed after he got hit. Don't.
Why? I think I'm like they all just gotta fucking go. It's a pretty big jump, anyways.
Man, back up. Start running and jump, man. Right now. Run out of time.
That's gonna hurt.
The alternative is melting alive.
Lean forward! Come on!
Well, that's pretty damn convenient.
Dude mastered physics before. He's like, lean forward with the gravitational pull.
We'll arrive just at the port.
I have my doctorate in construction and physics. I understand what's going to happen here.
That is a scary looking motherfucker.
I am the servant of the secret fire, wielder of the flame of Arnor. Flame of Udun!
Motherfucker's got a flaming sword. A sword made out of flava.
You shall not pass!
Yes! I do remember that. Once I saw it, once he said the bridge, I was like, oh. Classic Gandalf line. Didn't remember that part.
Fly, you fools!
Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Bro, you could have pulled yourself up. All the fucking parkour he did and running faster than everybody else. That man's got strength, and you're telling me he couldn't pull himself up there? Maybe he took too much out of him to do this. He's not passing.
Son, that adrenaline pumping, I don't care if I was fucking hanging by a pinky finger. I would have done whatever needed to be done. I've been like, not like this.
Karas Galathon, the heart of Elvendom on earth.
Look at these trees, bro.
Avatar feels.
Yeah, for sure.
Although this came out before it, so I guess Avatar is a fucking ripoff of Lord of the Rings. He can't even argue the point. He just sips his drink.
One does not simply argue the point.
One does not simply... Man, that's a classic meme. I didn't know it came from Lord of the Rings, though.
The enemy
That's...
knows you have entered here.
I mean, yeah, but like, y'all dragging it.
Tell me, where is Gandalf? For I much desire to speak with him. I can know.
Don't look.
Gandalf the Grey did not pass the borders of this land.
Thanks for stating the obvious. We already saw him die.
She's in Thor Ragnarok,
What now?
so you'll have to see that when we watch that.
Without Gandalf.
Spoiler that he just spoiled.
One who has seen the eye.
You can speak twice, but one in her mind.
Same time. Here's the thing. You seemed genuine and nice, but then that tone you used was crazy.
All right, this director has something with fucking hairy feet, bro.
Bro, constantly.
It's gratuitous at this point. Ew. That already happened though while they were gone? So maybe if they reconnect the eye to the ring, it fucking unleashes him or something?
Right. Thanks for showing me that traumatizing experience. I appreciate it.
He will try to take the ring.
Yeah. But the director here was just like, yo, just stare at him.
One by one.
What? Just stare at him?
Destroy them all.
Pan down to her feet. Huh? Just pan down to his feet. Real quick, just a quick shot.
I will give you the one
It doesn't have anything to do with the shot. Just pan down to it.
freely.
She's trying to get the ring.
Mm-hmm. Which means she might be corrupted.
In place of a Dark Lord, you would have a queen! Beautiful and terrible as the dawn!
Yeah, you seem like a good suitor for the ring.
Run! Look at that. Right there. Crazy.
I think, honestly, out of everything, that would give me the most nightmares. Out of everything we've seen so far, that would have fucking... your fucking face, dude.
Starts turning fucking turquoise blue. I'd be like, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to claw my eyes out so I never see it again. Yo, she goes like this. He bows his head. She's like, give me the ring.
When all other lights go out.
I would never want to see her again. Point blank.
I would rather be in the company of Sauron. They say go left for Sauron, go right for the lady. I'm going left, yo.
Oh, it's fucking funny. Here's the other problem is that you're moving so slow in water. If you have creatures like zombies, basically is what these are, I guess I'll equate them to, that can just run seemingly infinitely. They seem not to be getting tired or their motivation's that tough. It's like, bro, you're not moving. Well, they landed. So I guess my point's invalid. Doesn't matter. Fuck it. I'm like Sam and you're like Frodo. I care about you a lot more than you care.
I'm like the main character. That's what I take from that.
You're like Gandalf.
Why? Because I'm going to die? We're all going to die, Zay. Newsflash. How dare you think that?
No, I got the ring.
None of us should wander alone. You least of all. So much depends on you. Frodo?
I don't like him near him at all. Like, it scares me.
Don't you see that is madness?
There is no other way.
I ask only for the strength to defend my people. If you would but...
The way he threw the wood down just...
And he put it on again. Man, every time he puts it on, like, I imagine the strength's getting a little bit.
This is such a cool effect.
But, like, turn it off. Turn it off now. Like, dude, you're doing too much now.
Damn, that's terrifying.
Here's my thing is, like, when you use it, like, it's linked to him. So I imagine, like, it's easy for him to track you more, I guess.
Right.
Even if, like, everyone else can't see you, he has probably an idea.
It has taken Boromir.
Where is the ring?
Stay away!
Frodo!
I don't blame him for being paranoid at this point.
I swore to protect you.
Can you protect me from yourself?
You had the ring on, bitch. I gotta protect you from you.
I would have gone with you to the end. Fires of Mordor.
I know.
How do they make them look so small compared to... Do you know?
I know there's like a distance thing, but other than that,
Because I remember you kept saying, like, it's insane how they did it, so I didn't know if...
yeah, there's like a distance thing, but I don't know if there's like more than that.
Maybe once we're done with it, once we're done with the other ones, we can look into it. I'd be interested to see where it's got shot and all that stuff, but I don't want anything to get spoiled. So, holy shit.
How he can't live through this?
Says who? Maybe not.
I mean, there's just too many.
Yeah, but are they gonna do that cheesy action shit where it's like one after another, after another, after another?
Well, he's actually tunneling them out so that it is one after one. Like he's moving through narrow spaces and stuff.
You two fucking assholes. Run.
Hey! Hey, you! Over here! Hey! Over here! This way!
They did something good in the end. If they die, I'd feel really bad for shit talking them.
Oh, damn. Uh-oh. Coming in clutch. Let's go. Yo, it's not easy to draw and knock your arrow
Fire
that quick,
that.
bro.
My only thing is, how many arrows does this man have? He's been shooting arrows nonstop, dog, like for the past few scenes.
He has enough. That's how many. Homie at the glowy place gave him a endless thing of arrows.
An endless arrow spell. Oh, no. He just doesn't seem like the person to take him out. Like, if he gets in and get...
Ooh. But that's a shoulder shot, right? Oh, I don't know.
Not really.
No,
Center-
that looks like top
more
of the heart, maybe.
If it missed the heart, definitely. There's something
The
so
music isn't good.
something so sad about someone fighting, even though they're like definitely on the verge of death.
Oh, I get it. People just hire him so they can kill him.
Constantly. Run.
They did for this movie. That's what that looks like. Damn.
Oh! Something more brutal about him just decking you in the face.
What a fucking... That was cool.
Super dope, but god, dude, there's something also terrifying about someone pulling the sword in just so you're a little bit closer. I would have froze, probably. I've been like,
yeah, I would have
like,
been in
what
shock.
the fuck?
That's wholesome.
Intense scene, man.
I would have followed you, my brother. My captain.
They're holding their own against a lot of enemies as well. What do you better say? Say it. No,
Look.
say it.
Look, this sucks. And he was very honorable in his death, and he went out fighting like a champion. But I think it's best for everybody that he died, because he was fucking losing it when he was near Frodo. And I wouldn't trust that wasn't going to happen again.
Just swim to him. It's water.
I'm going to Mordor alone. Of course you are. And I'm coming with you. You can't swim.
Oh, he can't swim.
Sam!
Took us a second to realize that even after he said it.
Oh, that's why he won't. Imagine killing your friend because you want to be selfish.
Not swim?
Yeah, no,
You
he
think
literally. You think he what?
You think Frodo would like dive
Care?
in? Yeah, well, yeah.
Give a shit? Yeah, I agree.
This is like intense though, because he is. Yeah, there you go. He is killing himself to so that Frodo's not alone, or he was willing to kill himself to make it so that at least try for Frodo to not be alone.
They always roam barefoot, bro. That's crazy. Their feet must be made out of fucking like pavement. How the fuck?
I mean,
do
their
they just-
hair is probably thick enough.
Frodo's fate is no longer in our hands.
Then it has all been in vain. The Fellowship has failed.
Right.
We will not abandon Merry and Pippin to torment and death.
Hey.
We travel light. Let us handsome walk.
That's badass.
So dope.
That's like a Captain America speech right there.
And it's like now we're gonna get two different like conquests basically that are occurring.
I'm glad you're with me.
Hmm.
That's wholesome.
Very. Their eye, dude, they make these characters' eyes pop throughout this whole film. Every character's eyes are crazy color.
Yeah,
like
it's a very significant thing I noticed as well.
wow.
That was a great ending. That was Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition. If you liked what you watched, please leave the like down below and help us reach our 1,000 subscriber by the end of the year goal, and hit that subscribe button. You can also hit that bell notification button to stay notified the next time we upload a new video. If you want to watch our full-length reaction to this, you can check that out on Patreon, as well as our full-length reactions to various other things as well. First, I just want to say this was a much better experience than when I watched The Fellowship of the Ring.
Let me tell you something. When you said you had watched it, I remember. Here's the thing: is that I remember getting the films to watch, and I remember watching in my parents' room, but I watched them solo, and I remember watching it and always looking at the clock, like, okay, like maybe I was younger, so it wasn't as entertaining. However, at the same time, it's not a short movie. 3.5 I mean, the extended version, 3.5 hours. That's a lot. To sit down for 3.5 hours is a long time. Like, imagine being in a movie theater, you know?
Well, I don't know if the extended edition ever played in the theaters. I have no idea. It could have.
I'm saying imagine watching even at home. If like, you know what I'm saying? Like I watched it straight through. I didn't pause it or nothing. I just watched. I just sat there, watched.
We have some experience. I mean, the Batman was about 3 hours long, and we did watch
and
that.
Remember, like, think about it. It's good. Batman was really good, but 3 hours is 3 hours. There's a point where you're like, all right, where are we? How much is left? Because this is a long time, man. 3 hours is not a short amount of time. With that being said, though, great movie. I mean, I don't think we could have I don't think we could have praised the cinematics and the scenery more than we were.
I was gonna say to the point of it being 3.5 hours long. I think we got what, like, it was worth 3.5 hours long. Like, we got so many different sceneries, shots, like story beats. Like, there were so many things going on within that 3.5 hours, and it felt immersive and you know, kind of well earned, I guess you could say.
Were you expecting Gandalf's death?
Yes. And I can't tell you why. I can tell you that I've seen Fellowship, the original version.
Yeah, I remember that scene. I didn't remember
I wasn't exactly sure. I wasn't exactly sure when or how exactly it was going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I actually thought he died when Saruman launched him. I thought that, like, that was it. You know what I'm saying? Like, when Saruman took him in. I remember he died. I just didn't. But I can't. I already told them why I knew he was going to die. But I can't tell you that.
With me having technically seen it all, like, we're not going to do any. Obviously, we're not going to do any Q&A style similar to how we do with other series where one of us has seen it. Yeah, I thought that I remembered that part where he was like, you know, you shall not pass. Classic quote, very famous quote. So, but then when I forgot about that, when the fucking things whip, because at first I was like, oh, it has a whip, and I was like, oh, it's falling, and then I'm like, imagine if it grabbed him, and I was like, oh,
yeah, it's weird. Like, it's like, here's the thing about watching this again is that it's one of those times where it was like, what, like, oh, okay, so the guy is falling, and then the whip grabs him, and then I'm shocked, and then after everything, my brain is like, oh, you remember that happened. Like, it was like it was new to me again, and then after I saw it and felt that, like, shock and stuff, I was like, oh yeah, that's what happened. You know, like, but it was kind of like watching it for the first time again.
Yeah, and now it's gearing up towards a very big, what could be a very big climax, because, I mean, Gandalf went to Saruman in confidence saying, like, hey, like, we need to get rid of this ring. And he was like, no, we should serve Mordor. Like, now you have you had that dynamic, and now you have one side that has a wizard and orcs on top of fucking orcs. Like, what's interesting to me is, like, the dynamic that man was shattered by having those rings. They were corrupted, which means that you have one race that has military, that probably had a decent military presence, that is basically like, we don't really see them. All we get to see is we keep calling him Ned. I'm just gonna say it again, Ned Stark from Game of Thrones, and Aragorn. That's it. Like, we haven't seen anything else. And then, but the 9 are technically on what's his name, Sauron's side. So we've only seen 2 that are, I guess, pure, if you want to say. So it's like, what does this race of man look like? And I think I mentioned at one point.
Well, are they like a man? Is Saruman a man, but they're wizards?
So that's what I was curious about too, because they don't seem to be separate races. Maybe they practice wizardry, and so maybe that's why that they're that. Because
and we did see Gandalf, like, almost, like, kind of tempted by it for a second.
Right.
We
so maybe he's just a little,
definitely
maybe more fortified mentally, but
maybe because of magic or something.
Man could just be a bunch of tribesmen, groups of people that are led by different leaders and at war with each other constantly, or they could be something unified under someone evil. Like, we don't know, but we know that elves are pretty much the most fortified mind-wise. The dwarves don't seem to really care for the ring per se. They didn't seem like they were giving energy, like they gave a shit. They were just like, let's get this mission done, and, like, whatever the, you know what I'm saying, type of energy. And then man is like the middle ground, like, they cave at the end. I mean, you know, it was 3.5 hours of just straight, like, they paced it well.
I was gonna say the pacing was really good.
Was like, some spots was like, it's like teetering on the edge of, like, okay, what's going on here? And then boom, like, all right, you hit us with a dope action sequence.
Like, we're gonna start from here. We're gonna come to here. We're gonna get to here. We got to go here. We got to do this here. And I love the forked ending, where we now have like we've been engrossed with these characters, and now they're going to go off on separate paths. And like I said, I have no idea, what's going to happen next. But I do want to say, Isaiah, take off your headphones real quick, because I did remember two things.
And I do want to say something actually after, so I'm just gonna beep boop bop beep
okay.
boop bop.
So I remember watching a video where a dude fell on a fence, like it was veiled by the fence. Someone compared that to Saruman. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure if that was like a flashback or a dream, or if something's going to happen to Saruman. I'm not completely positive if that's like his death or something, or like I said, a dream. I don't know, but I know that came up, and I just wanted to let you guys know. And then one more thing is, I know there's a ceremony with the hobbits, and I think it's at the very end of the movies. That's just kind of like a guess of mine. It could be a flashback, it could be a dream. Again, I have no idea, but those are two things I remembered from hearing about, or seeing like a clip of or something. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, those are, I wanted you guys to know.
All right, take your headphones off. Cool. So the one thing, I didn't want to say anything about it, but I was going to ask him about the death of Gandalf, because I know Gandalf becomes Gandalf the White. I remember that after seeing Saruman. So I didn't want to ask him a question that might have led him to believe that he's still alive. I don't know if he's really officially alive, but I do remember that occurring. Anyways, that's all I had to say. You're good. Cameron, come back.
All right.
I was like, come back. Yeah, the forked ending is amazing, because it creates this, again, you get enveloped into, like you said, this dynamic of the Fellowship. We lose a couple members, but you're like, okay, they're still together. But now you have arguably clearly the three best fighters left, leaving the two arguably most vulnerable. Like they don't have much going for them. You have Sam, who's not a coward, but he's not the bravest man.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have,
he pulled a pretty brave act at the end there.
He's brave, but when it comes down to it, like, you have Sam and Frodo, when times get really, really tough,
he deuces.
Yeah, he just disappears. And then he got stabbed anyway the one time. So it doesn't even, so he didn't even,
almost two times, really.
But so it creates a crazy dynamic, because like now it's like, okay, I can watch Aragorn, Legolas, and I don't remember the dwarf man's name. The dwarf. I can
Gimli.
Yeah. Gimli. I can watch them and be like, okay, this is gonna be an intense action scene. But if I see action about to come to Sam and Frodo, I'm gonna be like, holy shit, what's gonna happen?
That's a great point to bring up, because I'm sitting here like, I don't know which one I'm more interested to see first, or like the most of, because I want to say I'm more interested in Frodo and Sam, but honestly, I think I want to see this rescue mission. Like, I want to see this.
Right. It's like Frodo and Sam. I want to see it. I want to see it develop, because of the fact of, their mission is to get the ring destroyed. How are they going to do it? Are they going to be like sneaky, try to sneak in and duck the ring into like the flames, this, that, but they're still getting trapped. Now, we can't forget, Gollum is still on their tail.
We actually haven't seen the Nine since the water horses.
I'd be curious.
It just seemed to it doesn't seem like they're dead to me.
It'd be really curious for me. Well, interesting to me, and we should kind of keep an eye on this, because I bet you watching it back it'd be easier to spot. I bet you throughout the scenes you see Gollum just very hidden.
Oh, you think so?
I think so, because think about how easy it would be for like they're in the woods type of shot, and you just have like a shadow at the very, very top right of the screen behind a tree, kind of like looking, because he's tracking. So it's like,
comment down below, guys, if there are scenes out there that aren't the obvious ones with Gollum, where he's actually, in the background or something.
I would be very hard pressed to believe that they did that, because it'd be very cool for somebody to watch it back, because it's like, once you really think about it, like, yeah, he's tracking them the whole time. Maybe they didn't do it. However, if they did, super dope, and that's great writing and great idea thinking, shooting, scenery. I mean, goes beyond. I mean, and also because I don't. Here's my only other issue. I don't want to look up where the scenes were shot. I just
No,
I don't.
let's
I don't
not
want.
do any of that until we
I
finish
don't want.
all 3 movies.
So arguably, if you can, if I say comment down below, I don't want anyone to spoil anything, but they
Well,
might.
no, here's the thing. Listen, guys, I have to make this very clear with you. I love responding to your comments, and I love being there. But when it comes to the Lord of the Rings series, until we finished all 3,
We're not reading comments.
We're not going to look at the comments. So you guys can feel free to comment down below and talk to each other in the comments, and we'll look at them when we're done. But while I'll tell you no spoilers, but I just don't know. There might be one.
We can't guarantee it ever. Someone might just jump in and say something.
So still comment down below for when we finish the movies, and we can go back and look at them, look at the comments. But no spoilers for the Hobbit trilogy, because I don't know if we'll get to that. But I'll have to trust you guys won't spoil that down there, because we do want to read the comments after we see these 3 Lord of the Rings. So comment down below things, and we'll check them out at some point for sure.
My last piece on it with the commenting, I would be very interested for someone to comment down below, like the Google Earth coordinates or whatever of where they shot it. If you can find where they shot it, not just like, oh, they shot it in said country. If you can find like the location, that'd be dope at one point to just kind of be able to, like, even if like you did it off cam, just kind of go in and look like, oh shit, like that's nuts. Like that's a dope landscape. I like that type of shit. I watch a lot of GeoGuessr people and all that shit. So if you know where they shot it, then let us know, because I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
That would be cool. But more on the movie real quick. I want to say that when it comes to the dialogue, it's much better than I previously remembered. It's the line that Gandalf had, where it's like, life is, it's like how you spend your time here, and something to the likes of like what it means the most is how you spend your time here and whatnot. I just thought that was so important for everybody to understand, because who knows for sure what's going to happen after we're gone, but what we do know is that we're here right now. And if you want to spend your time here being religious or not being religious or pursuing things you love, like, make sure that's what you're doing, because every second that passes is a second you're never getting back. So it's very important. I thought that was just a great message of the movie.
Life comes in, and life comes and goes very quickly, and it can leave you at any time. So 100% with like what Cam's saying, that quote, it strikes chords, and it's like, with that, like, I liked that you mentioned that line. And I like that you said something when it first said it, because what was odd to me is that the one line that stuck me out, man, maybe it's because I'm a big history buff type of person. Now, Cameron's arguably very more scientific. I enjoy science. Cameron enjoys science a lot more than I do. That being, and the idea of like that type of shit, like, and the line that stuck with me was, what was it? It was history turns to legend, legend turns to myth. And it's like, yeah, because all we ever hear about is, like the legend of this hero or this person. And it's like, or you hear myths of this, like there's a myth of this creature, that it's like, you really don't know like what existed prior to you type of shit. And I'm very big on that type of vibe, not like conspiracy theories, like, listen, Loch Ness Monster and shit, I'm sure there's more explainable reasons than just like a giant fucking sea creature living.
Well, I think it was a log.
Yeah, right. But you get what I'm saying. It's like that type of shit. But it's like, how many times can you really say, like, one thing that I always loved was like people always bring it up is like dragons are mentioned throughout a bunch of different cultures. Now, I'm not saying dragons exist. All I'm saying is that they're mentioned through a bunch of different cultures.
It makes weird. No, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, it always makes it interesting when people find layers to shit like that. It's like, oh, like, or people go back through history, they find these carvings, and it's like, this person looks like they're on a laptop, on a cell phone. It's like, and people come up with these theories where it's like, maybe the earth, we reset ourselves because, humanity reaches a level where it doesn't know how to function, and it results in a mass type of, I digress from that. I hated that Gandalf had the two. He had like arguably the best lines in the whole film, and then he killed him. And it was like, dude, though, like his character was so dope, wise,
Yeah.
bold. Fighting with a staff and a sword was like super sick.
Getting into the like rating, I guess I would say. I would say
Okay.
for me, I'll go first and then you can go. Great cinematography, great writing, great acting, great character development, great use of practical and special effects, great pacing for the most part. I do agree there were parts where it started to
slow. And I was like, okay.
Some people like that. Some people don't. For me,
a lot of films do it.
I appreciated and parts that I was like, all right, that's maybe a little too much time on that. But everybody's different. I would say 8.5. 8.5 is a good rating. But, you know, scores can vary all the time. I don't know how the next two movies are going to go. But I don't want to give this a 9 and see the next one and then be like, well, then this must be a 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I don't like giving a 10 ever. I don't think I've ever given a 10. Like, I won't.
Tina said that one day. She rated something. We were getting food. She's like, I was like, what do you rate it? She's like, 4 out of 5 or 4.5 out of 5. I'm like, why 4.5? She's like, man, Cam said he'd never give a perfect score out of anything because it sets a precedent. That's I was like,
yeah.
I was like, girl, you really watch her shit? Eh? Okay, bet.
You can't really give something a 10 out of 10.
Listen, for something to hit 10, yeah, it's like
it's not to me. 10 out of 10 is like infinity. You can't ever reach it because once you reach it, then you can't ever say anything was better. You can only say something was just as good. And I don't think that's fair. So just based off my personal experience, there were some things. I think for me, the dialogue, while the writing was good and I appreciated the lines, I'm not an English buff. And this kind of had that kind of, I don't want to say Shakespearean dialogue, but there were moments where it got very, you know, I will see thy death and save it. I don't know how to best.
I get what you're saying. I think
You could say
most people will get what you're saying, like with the dialogue. Fair. It's a fair point.
So,
okay.
Overall, I would give it an 8.5, which is a very good score in my book. So, Zay, what do you give it?
So I was gonna say around the same thing, 8.5. I think that the cinematography and the scenery that they chose and everything, 10 out of 10. Like honestly, I
can't give it 10 out of 10, but like figuratively speaking,
here's my thing. I'll give certain aspects of something 10 out of 10, but I would never. To me, there's always something that can be improved. For the time that this came out, for the areas that chose the effects. If I was born in a time where this was like the newest movie coming out, like I'm at that age where I can really analyze and stuff, I'd be like, this movie is immaculate, like compared to a lot of other movies and films being released. That being said, the dialogue thing, yeah, I could say that too. It's like, you know, they had this great dialogue. I mean, it can get lost, or it can kind of get boring, I guess. Maybe not really boring, but like with the words they're choosing and stuff. And I don't want to sound like a boomer or anything, because obviously we watch newer movies like the Marvel series. They're not using thy and thou and this old English language. Right. I get it though. They have to, because the time period that they're kind of choosing, or the time period, we don't even know what the time is. The aesthetic they're choosing is medievalish type of times. Right. The pacing was very, very good. However, I've seen better paced movies. And so it slowed down at some points where I was like, all right, like, you know, and I don't want to sound like someone that's like, just, I need action. I'm action hungry. I love great films regardless. It's a great film. But there are parts where I'm sitting there, I'm like, dialogue. You might be able to cut it out. Who knows? I mean, we're watching the extended edition as well. That might that could change with not watching the extended edition. You might watch and you're like, oh, this pacing's perfect. There's no, you know, they might cut out. We don't know I don't know what they cut out personally. And I've seen technically both. So I don't even know what they're cutting out. Character development.
Yeah, I wasn't completely positive either.
Character development was very, very good. I guess the only thing I wish I could have got more of, but I'm sure they'll get into more, is like kind of the lore, I guess. Like,
yeah,
maybe
I love the lore they gave, but I want more.
Yeah, and so if they, I mean, who knows? I don't know if they might have something out that might go over maybe more lore regarding them. But from what I know, it's like you get what you get from the movies, and I'm very big on if you're gonna cover a bunch of different races and all this stuff. I want to know, like, I want to kind of know nitty gritty to not an
But
extreme
it
extent.
is fair that they only had so much time. You know, it wasn't a
Agreed.
series.
And so that's us, but that's being a film critic being very picky. And it's like, of course, there's always going to be something you can give me any movie, I'll watch it. I mean, Parasite arguably people argue it's like one of the best movies of the times of the generation, like all this. I'm sure I could watch it. I'm sure it deserves every single award it got because it got an immense amount. But I bet you can pick something and be like, well, I kind of wish they did this, or I wish they went into more into this. It's just nothing's ever perfect. Like Cam says, you can't give 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10 because that's telling that nothing could be, you can't even improve the movie. That means that you can't have any idea that would improve it. So yeah, 8.5 I think is fair. I think it's very fair. And it leaves room for the others to impress because there's a lot that could happen in these next 2 movies. So, I mean, I'm excited.
I'm even more excited for these next 2 movies because I haven't seen any version of them. So, it will be completely raw for me. So, I really hope you guys stay tuned for that. Any closing thoughts?
Yes. So, I mean, the movie was fantastic. It's greatly shot. I'm sure that, or I hope, I should say, that the next 2 movies don't disappoint. Listen, if they can keep up the cinematography and the scenery, I mean, like I said before, as far as I know, a lot of that set was built and constructed. There's a lot of practical effects. So that's insane. Like that's, a lot of these movies now rely on CGI. So that's very, very impressive for the time period in comparison. But I mean, yeah, it was an amazing movie. I can't wait to get into the next one. Cam, what do you have to say before we get out of it and close it out?
And I think my favorite part of the movie was probably it's a double. I mean, it's like a black and white with the writing because I loved some of the lines, but then there was also that other side of like the style of it wasn't completely for me, but it's subjective. Some people could be really all about it. But I think for me, I guess mostly was the cinematography was probably my favorite part of this movie. And I think the character development was really good as well. So I am excited to get into the next 2. Again, if you guys enjoyed what you were watching, leave a like down below, subscribe to stay tuned for more. And we will see you guys on the next. Zay, I know you have a Twitch.
I'm gonna cut you up. Not only do I have a Twitch, Cameron has a Twitch. Just your average Cam, baby.
Speaking of just your average Cam, if you guys are into this kind of stuff like medieval or Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones or whatnot, and you're also into video games, I am playing Elden Ring right on over on that Twitch. I'm playing Wednesday, Monday, and Saturday nights. So if you guys are excited about that and you want to see me play that, you guys can hop on over. The link will be in the description. And Zay, you have a Twitch as well.
I do. Now, Cam and I stream together. I don't know if he's going to be streaming. Do you want to stream parallel? Actually, I've been curious about that. You're going to stream parallel to me Tuesdays and Fridays?
I'm still thinking about it. I don't know yet.
Okay. Well, either way, my Twitch will be in the bio. As of right now, I stream Sunday through Friday. So the times should be down in my bio, but tune in, come say hi. Tuesdays and Fridays, Cam and I are on. Fridays will most likely be more of a party with 2 of our other friends. But yeah, I stream on there. We're going to have a YouTube channel up with highlights from the Twitch. If you don't per se like to watch it live, some people just like to see the highlights and the funny moments. So we're making sure to get those out there as well.
Link will be in the description.
Of course, yeah. Link will be down in the description below. But with that being said, yeah, guys, once again, appreciate the support. And please, if you guys got ideas for stuff for us to watch things, comment it down below.
Because once we finish Lord of the Rings series, we're going to need some more movie suggestions. So Leave
Yeah.
a comment down below. It'd be greatly appreciated.
We freaking
Well,
yeah.
actually,
love
we
it.
won't be able to see that. Well, I mean, by the time we finish Lord of the Rings, we will be able to.
We can check
So,
back and get it.
Yeah,
But
so leave a comment
comment
down below.
even comment on the other videos. Let us know series and stuff that you guys want us to watch. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Patreon's down in the description below. Get your family, get your friends. You know, road to 1K, baby. We're chugging along, man. We're trying to get there as quick as possible. With that being said, yeah, you guys mean the world to us. Thank you guys so much for sticking along. If you're here right now, you're a goat. You're a goat for that.
Yep. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace. Your family and friends, tell them become a Patreoner if you're not already. YMCA.